Josh is here. Yay. Anna Walker, hello. Can everybody hear me? Is the music too loud? I could turn that down a little. Kept kicking me off my live. So like 3 links later, here I am. Hopefully I can not get kicked off again. Yo, 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 Heirloom Permaculture in the house. Matthew, first time here, glad you're here. Awesome. Thanks for hanging out. Today it's just me. I sound good, great. Okay, awesome. Thank you, Karen, I appreciate it. Awesome. Not Chris Pratt is not here today. He's downstairs, rearing the children. If you're new here, my husband apparently looks very much like Chris Pratt, and so there's a little inside joke going on where we just call him not Chris Pratt rather than his name, which is Steven. All right. So I figured today we could talk about my new quail habitat, or however you would. I came for Chris Pratt. Sorry, he's not here today. I don't have my in-laws here to rear my children. And by rear, I mean supervise for today. So that's his job. That's his job for the 1 hour I get to sit and talk to you guys. So I figured we could talk about my quail habitat that I just built. It was the video that went live on Wednesday, one of those days. And I just wanted to talk about how what I decided to do is different than what we normally see in the urban homesteading world, even just in the regular homesteading world. And also, it is storming something fierce outside. So if I randomly go away, it could be the storm. It could be user error. If you hear the thunder or see the lightning, that's what that is. It's been storming for a few hours. So, yeah. Ariel's in the house. Welcome. Glad you're here. Thank you. So what I did, GDP, Jim, Jessica, both. Glad you're here. Awesome. So what I decided to do is make somewhat of a mixture between a quail cage and a quail colony. I obviously don't have the space for a colony. I only have 1/5 of an acre. So, and of course my house takes up a whole bunch of it. And thunder and lightning, very, very frightening. Sorry. If you're new here, which I know that some people are, I get distracted very easily, so just bear with me. The words will eventually come out. The thought process will eventually finish. And quail habitat. I'm calling it a habitat because it's not really a hutch. It's not really a cage. It's not really a colony. I don't have the space for a colony, but I've always been really drawn towards that type of a setup. So I decided to do something kind of in between the two. I have sand in my chicken coop, and yeah, exactly, squirrel. So the way that we did our chicken coop is we have a detached garage with 2 bays. The bays are already separated by a wall. It was like that when we bought the house. And so on one side, we basically put up a frame like you would a wall. And instead of drywalling it, we hardware clothed it and put a door in it and put sand on the bottom and then put nesting boxes and a roosting area and all that stuff. So if you're interested in seeing that, we've got a video on it from, I want to say in April of last year. And it's mostly time-lapsey, but it gets the point across. So I was trying to think of a way to take that idea and scale it down for my quail. And so the video that I posted on Tuesday is exactly that. We built a little coop, if you will, and put sand on the bottom, and then added little decor thingies for them to have hidey holes. And I had my reasoning behind choosing sand over wire or straw. And Amber's in the house. Woohoo! Okay, sorry. So I decided to do that, and if you haven't seen the video, you should watch it after I'm done here, because I don't want to lose you. But if you haven't seen it yet, you should go see it after my live is over. Basically, we drew it out. We kind of like stared at it for a while and tried to figure out what we wanted to do. And then we tried to use as much stuff as we already had. I think we only ended up spending like $35 max. And that was because we had a whole bunch of stuff left over from other projects. If you're completely starting from scratch, you don't have any tools, you don't have any supplies, you don't have anything, you just have quail, you're probably going to spend between $75 and $100 to do this, because you got to buy the wood, the sand, the wire, the staples, the screws. If you don't have a drill, you could use a screwdriver, but since I used the little furring strips that are so small, you really want a pre-drill, because otherwise it'll split, and I know that from experience. But it's a super simple project. I finished it in one day, and if you don't have a whole bunch of kids that need your attention, you could probably finish it a lot quicker than that. We do have a power saw, a circular saw. We didn't use it for this project. We didn't need it. Anyways, so anybody have any questions? A quail coop? A quail coop? Sure, it's a quail coop. That's what we'll call it, a coop. So if you haven't seen it, definitely go watch it. But if you have, I am planning on eventually, sometime this spring, adding an exterior portion to that. So basically, the way that my chickens have an exterior chicken run with a cover and like an actual structure, I'm planning on doing that as well on the outside for them. Just a little bit different, just because the chickens I don't have to worry about burrowing under, and their exit and entrance to the coop is a window that shuts and locks like an actual like house window. Whereas the quails won't have that. They're not going to go up through the window and then back down. They're ground dwellers. They're on the ground. They're going to stay on the ground. I'm going to have to drill a hole or put a hole in the side of the garage and like run a tube through it and put hardware cloth on bottom, hardware cloth on all sides. My nose is running, sorry. It'd be great if I had tissues. I have not ordered seeds yet, and here is why. I promised my husband that I would use the seeds that I have, which I have right over there. But I haven't really gone through them yet. I haven't made a garden plan. I really need to. My middle child's birthday is tomorrow, and I've been planning her birthday party. And of course, the only day of the year that is supposed to snow so far, it's going to be on her birthday. So I'm going to have to push it back, and we're going to have to reschedule her birthday party to probably next weekend, because I doubt anybody's going to want to drive in like 3 to 5 inches of snow for a kid's 6th birthday party, which sucks for her, but at least she'll still get it, and she'll still have lots of fun, and we'll do cake and snow. She likes snow. She's excited, so she's not real upset. Excuse me. Yeah, a quail coop. Thank you. What are you cooking? Oh, acorn squash with taco meat. Ooh, that sounds good. I had pinto beans and pork. Yay. All right. Rick Lawrence, hi from Rhode Island. Welcome. That's not very close to me at all. I've never been to Rhode Island. I haven't been to most of the places in the Northeast. I want to. I need to do some more traveling. You love the border. I missed some stuff. How did you do that border around your video there? I'm kind of jealous. Oh, around my... Okay, so I use Streamlabs OBS. And on Streamlabs, you can... I put my picture... This is like my end screen picture on all my videos. And so I took my end screen and I stuck it on Streamlabs. And then I entered in another source, and that other source was a cam, and then instead of having it full screen, kind of shrunk it down a little bit so that you can still see most of me, but you can see my border too. And then I added a sound clip from Epidemic Sound that I really like using, and then I have the starting soon screen and all that stuff. Maybe I should do. We should get Daryl to do from Two Family Homestead to do some tutorials on OBS and Streamlabs. Or maybe I could. That's not my channel, so. Anyways, you want snow. I like snow. We don't get a lot of snow. I like snow. I don't like snow when I have things planned. Like, if it could wait a day, that'd be beautiful. But I don't think it's going to. Those are old seeds. This is a new year. Need new seeds. I need new seeds too. There's some flowers that I want to get, and some okra varieties that I want to get. But other than that, I have all the peppers that I want, all the tomatoes that I want. I have lettuce, kale, cabbage, a whole bunch of root vegetables that I didn't get around to planting. Really, the only thing that I think that I'll probably pick up is some zinnias that I don't have, and maybe more sunflower seeds. I don't think that there's anything else that I need, honestly. So, yeah, I should probably... Yeah, Streamlabs. You should look into that. I'll help you get it started if you need help. It took me a little while to play with it, to figure it out, but I've been using it for a little over a year. I have another channel. It's a gaming channel that doesn't get used very often anymore, but I have a group of friends and we all play online, and I used to stream those on our gaming channel, and we're not very consistent in it, so I just don't do it anymore. And at first everybody was like, yeah, let's do it. And now everybody's like, I don't want to be seen on camera. And I'm like, well, fine. Anyways. All right, let's take a look. I missed some stuff. Ooh, Stiver's in the house. Welcome. Let me see what else I missed. Those are old seeds. Yes, I know, Josh. Old seeds. Yeah. So I decided to I got the whole seed catalog this year just so that I could look at all the pretty things, and there's new varieties of things, and I'm like, I have to buy that. Oh, and don't forget to enter in the giveaway. Today is, speaking of zinnias, today is these Purple Prince zinnias from Baker Creek, and they were kind enough to donate these for me to give away. So that is today. And I know Not Chris Pratt promised a bigger giveaway, and that's coming. Not this week, but it's coming. And I still have some stuff that I need to send out. You're supposed to get snow from these storms colliding over us. Us too, Ariel. We're, the thunderstorms are supposed to stop, like, soon. And then the temperature's gonna drop, and we're supposed to, like, start switching in a, like, sleet and wintry mix sometime overnight, and then all day tomorrow it's supposed to snow. And at first they were like, oh, it's just gonna flurry, and then they were like, oh, 1 to 3 inches, and now they're like 3 to 5 inches, and I'm like, okay, snow, wonderful. And it's not that I actually have to go anywhere, but you know. Let's see. Not a snow fan over here. And I like snow. I like looking at snow. I don't like going out into snow. As a kid, I love snow, and I'm just like, yeah. Question, we are debating getting quail. If we do it, will be for meat. Do you use yours for meat? Not yet, but the goal is to. I got a fun toy for Christmas, where I can hatch out my own quail eggs, finally. So, now that I can actually have a steady stream of quail, I'm going to be using them for meat. And once I figure out how to do that, I will have more feedback. But as of yet, I've not used them for meat, but that is the plan. Let's see. We made a super purchase today. Not saying, and it's not a greenhouse. You bought me a tractor? That's right? Yeah? Kira is a super nerd. Yeah, I'm a super nerd. I am a super nerd. I don't let that on very often. People don't know that. People don't know that, Josh. Yeah, I have a gaming channel. I'll send you a link to it later. I'm not linking it in here. If you find it on your own, that's on you, but I'm not doing that. It's called War Room Gaming.